Somewhere right now, a lab is scanning a mouse brain in more detail than any brain has ever been scanned before, millions of times sharper than the scans we used just decades ago. And the people funding that research aren't just trying to cure disease. Some of them are trying to answer a much stranger question. Can a human mind be copied, saved, and run somewhere else after the body it came from is gone? This isn't science fiction anymore. It's an actual field of research. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how close or how far we really are. When people say upload your mind, they're talking about whole brain emulation. Scan a brain in enough detail to capture every neuron and every connection, then recreate that structure inside a computer so it runs the same way the original did. Not a copy of your memories, an actual working simulation of the thing that produces your thoughts. Oxford researchers first mapped out what this would require back in 2008, calling it a hard but achievable engineering problem. Since then, Duke University scanned an entire mouse brain at a resolution dozens of millions of times sharper than before. But a mouse brain has around 70 million neurons. A human brain has roughly 86 billion, each connected to thousands of others. That's not a bigger file. It's a completely different scale of problem. How close are we, really? A comprehensive assessment of the field released in late 2025 concluded whole brain emulation is still 30 to 40 years away, at minimum. Not because nobody's trying, but because the core capabilities are still primitive compared to what's needed. Forecasters are even more pessimistic short-term. On prediction markets, the community estimate that mind uploading happens before artificial general intelligence sits at around just 1%. The honest headline: mind uploading might be technically possible one day. Anyone telling you it's a decade away is either misinformed or selling you something. If you're new here, this channel is all about the far future. Hit subscribe. It's about to get stranger. Even if we could, would it be you? Say the engineering gets solved. Someone builds a perfect digital emulation of your brain. Is that emulation you? Or just something that thinks it's you? This gets sharpened by a classic thought experiment. A teleporter destroys your body and reconstructs an exact atomic copy elsewhere. The copy remembers walking in, is convinced it's you. But did you survive, or did you die, and a new person who believes that you took your place? Mind uploading raises the same problem, except unlike a teleporter, a brain scan doesn't have to destroy the original. There could be two of you at once, both equally convinced they're real. Some argue this doesn't matter. Your sense of continuous self is already an illusion, since you don't experience the gap when you sleep, yet you're still you tomorrow. Others argue that's exactly the trap. Consciousness can't be copied, only ended and begun again elsewhere. Nobody actually knows which is true. Why researchers are still betting on this? 3 reasons. Medical. Even a partial brain model could help treat neurological disease. No philosophy required. Scientific. Whole brain emulation is, for some researchers, the logical endpoint of understanding how the brain produces a mind. And the wild card. AI itself could compress these timelines by accelerating neuroscience research. Nobody knows by how much, but it's the one variable that could make today's 30 to 40 years look outdated fast. So, could you upload your mind before you die? Almost certainly not you, personally. But your grandchildren might face this question for real. And when they do, the hardest problem won't be the engineering. It'll be figuring out whether what's on the other side is really them, or just something very, very good at pretending. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.